getting ready to show you this Mercedes here we're getting ready to work on. You can see this aluminum hood has one right here. That is a very big and deep shot. And there's another one there that's pretty good too. But what's crazy is that hood had most of the damage over the rest of the vehicle. There's a few on the roof, but they're not very big. And we were talking about saying, man, that's strange that this roof doesn't have many dents. But we come to find out after a little bit that the roof is actually aluminum also, but a very much tougher aluminum than the hood is. So right here you can see there's a few small ones down the rail, not a whole lot. So the hood was actually a decent thin aluminum. And we didn't know if this one dent would fix, so we're going to take this off and start on the largest dent first and make sure that it fixes really good before we go on to the rest of them. So Kanan's taking the hood pad down here and getting the hood squirters unhooked and everything. So now we're going to set it on the hood stand over here and get ready to start fixing some of these dents on this thing and try to get it back looking like brand new. So we're on this sharpest and deepest dent on the hood, and there's only access from two little bitty holes to be able to get to fix it. And I will show you the tools here in just a minute that I was using to get into do these repairs. And I think this dent took somewhere between 30 and 40 minutes to repair. I was really attempting to make sure I got this dent up, because if this one didn't come up, then you scrap the hood and have to go on and get another hood, and then you lose all the money you would have made on the repair. And Kanan is polishing the little tap marks and everything on it to where I can see a nice good shine once again. All right, now I'm going to show you how I got this dent to where it is and what tools I used to do it. So right here, you can see the end of this tool here. That is a stand liner. So basically, slide it up in the hole, and then you just twist. You place this part on the bottom of the hood, and this part goes to the top, and you twist it. And these tools are really good on your wrist. So there's a left-handed and a right-handed tool. I use these little guys all the time on the hoods. Very good. And then I finished them off with these Excaliburs. I use these all the time. So these are the only tools other than tap down and a hammer that I use to repair that dent. So anyway, that's all it took. And you see these are very, very sharp tips. So you can pinpoint exactly where you want to push on the aluminum, so it works really well. Well, here's where we're at with this dent. You can see there's a high and a crease low also still in this dent. So we are fixing to have to tap it down here. Got to get that little high knocked down. And sometimes you got to take it down pretty far. And you'll see here in just a second that I take it down probably to about 30% of where it already was before. So, I mean, sometimes you feel like you're losing a battle, but you have to tap the highs down so you can go back and push up the lows here. And you can see I'm taking my time. I'm trying to pinpoint this because this aluminum, it is very, very soft and hard at the same time, if that makes any sense at all. But you've really got to push hard on it, and if you're not careful, you're going to crack the paint. But you got to do precise pushes on this because you got a real thin, narrow area you're trying to push up in. And usually I push about 10 times quicker than this, but when you're on a large dent like this, sometimes it can be just a little bit of a struggle to hit exactly where you're wanting. Plus the angle of the hood Gives off a funky reflection when you're trying to do the repair. I've turned my light quite a few different directions trying to get the angle to where I could see it the best, and it just starting to come up decent. But if you just stick with us here a little bit, you'll be able to see that this thing does repair and repairs very, very good. And the body shop owner was very happy with it whenever we got finished with it. So as you can see, it is a slow process, and I'm trying to be very, very picky with the way I'm pushing on this thing. And if you would like, subscribe to my channel, like the video, please, because it definitely does help it get to more people. If there's more likes and more shares, then YouTube actually gives the algorithms out and makes this video go a little bit further. So I'm trying to get this thing out as many people as I can and let people see what can be done with paintless dent repair. As you can see on this aluminum hood, sometimes I feel like I'm going so slow right here because I'm used to going so much quicker. But this was the main dent on the car that was very tricky. So now I'm moving my light around to a different angle so I can see the dent from a different direction, which actually will show you different highs, lows, or lines. So don't forget that. Yeah, when I'm watching this video here that Kanan is helping me to film, and he's zoomed in on it for me really good, like you can see very good what I'm doing. But I'm like, my gosh, I'm pushing so slow. I usually don't push this slow, but I was really stressed with the fact of trying to keep from cracking this hood because I did not want to have to replace this hood for sure. So as you can see, these very slow pushes, and sometimes you just got to do what it takes to get the job done, get it job done right. And I mean, you could try to rush the dent up, try to run a marathon if you want, but you know what? You probably wouldn't fix the dent, and then you lose the $300 or $400 off of this hood. And you know what? I like to make all the money I can. That's why I do this, and it's definitely not to just blow through a hood for sure. Because I take pride in my work, and I want to have repeat customers because that's very important when you plan on having a business for a long time. And I've been doing this for 13 years now, and I may want to do it for another 13. And my son's up and coming to be a paintless dent repair guy. So that is when you try to make sure you do the job right, and you want to get a good name because a good name will keep you in business for a long time. But yeah, check this out. It is almost finished. I'm getting pretty satisfied with the way it looks there. But oh wait, I turned the light a different direction and it kind of looks cruddy again. So now we're going to go back and push a little bit more from a different angle, use a different tool, and pinpoint this little guy and get this thing perfect because this dent has been taking a very long time, and it was very tough to push, a very tough aluminum. So you had to push really hard to get this thing to move up and to get it to stay. And we did use the heat gun in a decent amount of heat, especially at the first part of this repair, because you wanted to definitely keep the paint softened up, and the aluminum is softer too whenever you do that. So we got the hood looking good. We're getting ready to move on to the roof. Kane is going to take the headliner down for us here, and we're going to get it finished. But this was the end of our videoing for the day. We had 2 other cars to get done. You can see Steven over there in the background. He's working on another vehicle. So we are just trying to get the day done, so we didn't get to do a whole lot more video. So stay tuned for the next time. We appreciate your views. Call Dent Tamers for all your door dings, large dents, hail damage in the East Tennessee area.